Good morning, everybody. My name is Mercedes, and I just wanted to bring everybody together to have a little chat. I don't know, catch up, chat a bit about coaching and this business, and what it's brought into our lives. What a weird time though that we're living in. Like we were just having a quick chat before I pressed record about life right now and what that looks like. Like it's just so odd. I don't know if anybody else is feeling like a little bit anxious, or, like I still have this like lump in my throat that I just keep like pushing down and pushing down. So, anyways, I wanted to just get together and like chat a little bit and talk about, this business, like I said, and just kind of how it helps me and like all the other girls here, bring some positivity into our lives each and every day, yeah. So thought we'd do like a little coffee chat, because a lot of times, people can't make other meetings week because everybody is so busy. So thought we'd just share a little bit about coaching and just check in with each other. So yeah, we're gonna all kind of share a little bit about our stories and what brought us to coaching. I just need to fix my slides here. Somebody, maybe Dorothy, you could mute yourself. It's a little bit backgroundy. I don't know how to mute everybody. Does anybody know how to do that? Not so backgroundy anymore. Anyways, okay. So yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit about myself, and how I came to coaching. Like I said, my name is Mercedes, and I am a stay-at-home mom. I haven't always been a stay-at-home mom, nor did I ever think I was going to be a stay-at-home mom. So I am an interior designer by trade, and I have a bit of a, story about how I got here. I am a mom. I have 2 young kids, and Lolly invited me to come and check out her fitness programs. Like she invited me a million times, and I was like, no, every time. And I'm pretty sure I just didn't answer her quite a few times. Also, because I was like, I don't have the time. I'm not, it's not for me. Like, I don't want to work out at home. I want to go to the gym. So I tried going to the gym with my kids, and it was so hard. It felt like an Olympic sport in itself just to get them out the door. And to the like babysitting part where you only literally got an hour, which if you know, like a class is an hour. So you're like running to the class and you're running back to get your kids. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted by the time I got home. So then we moved, and there was 0 gyms in my area that had childcare like that. And I was like, okay, Lolly, tell me about this thing that you've been telling me about for a while, because there's like no way that I can take my kids out anywhere. And like, not even with the timing that I had to be able to do that. Like the classes were at whatever time, and that didn't work for me. So anyways, I started this home fitness program. She's like, I'm going to sign you up as a coach. I was like, no, I don't want to be a coach. She's like, no, just for the discount. I was like, oh, okay. I like to save money. So I'm cheap AF and I can save some money. So I did that, tried the shakes. I was like, oh, I don't want these shakes. And then I was like, oh, those shakes actually made me feel pretty good. So I went back on the shakes, and what else was I going to say? I was about to, like, during that whole time, I was starting up an interior design business, like a startup. I was about to spend like $60,000, invest about $60,000 in a business that I was like so scared about. My husband worked like 14, 16-hour days, and I was doing all the things at home by myself with 2 young kids, trying to do an interior design business, trying to work. And it came to like a big family tragedy happened, and I was like shook to my core, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, this is not what makes me feel good. And so I did like a full 180, and I was like, I'm staying home. I'm not working anymore. And a friend said to me, why don't you try coaching? Like, you're already doing the things. And by this time I'd gotten fully into these home workouts, and I was loving them. They were making me feel so good. And like the community was helping me through this time that I was going through. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I need to be doing. So needless to say, my husband was not on board, because he was like, you're trained interior designer, you're making money doing that, you make good money. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? And so I was like, nope, I can't do this. You are never home. I can't be expected to work, be the chauffeur, like do all the things and still like function. So anyways, long story short, I didn't have my husband's support. I still wonder if I do some days. And you know, I got past this point of feeling so isolated and stuck at home as a stay-at-home mom. Again, I never thought I'd be here, but here I am. And I have this amazing community, these women that I talk to each and every day that I just absolutely love, like from the bottom of my heart and the depths of my soul. And I would never have had that if I didn't say like, yes, okay, I'll try this fitness program. It's so much more than just like a fitness program. It's like during this isolation too, I've never felt alone. And it's been so much fun to like have all these women to talk to and just be like, hey, how are you doing today? You know, so anyways, that is my story in a nutshell. Also 3 years later, here I am, where I work out every single day and pretty much I take Sundays off, and I've never felt better in my life, like ever. So that's my story. But what we do as coaches is we work on ourselves, we inspire, we guide, we motivate other people to do the same. We're not experts. We're not necessarily personal trainers. We do have some personal trainers. We've got nutritionists, but we're not necessarily nutritionists. And we're not even necessarily fit from day one. Like when I started, I was like, okay, I could do this, but how on earth am I expected to coach others? Like I have no idea what I'm doing. Nor do I think that I'm an expert in any way, because I'm not. I'm trained in interior design. Love sports on like being active my whole life, but never did I think that this is where I'd be. So we're also like, you know, proof that the products work. Like we are basically sharing what we do. Like we, you know, I share that I went for a run this morning. I share that I'm on here with all these amazing ladies, like doing our thing. You know, and you're basically just a work in progress, just always sharing yourself every step of the way, the highs and the lows, because that's what makes you, you know, relatable to people. So yeah, and then we just invite others to do the same. Like we're here to, you know, to share. We're not here to sell to anybody. We're just here to like share and say, hey, would this work for you? Maybe this is something that would fit into your life. This is how I've made it work. You know, does that sound like something you might be able to do? Yeah, and then we recognize each other. Like we bring each other on. You know, we're always like, great job. We're basically professional cheerleaders, which is a lot of fun because it brings that like love and light and energy into our lives where, you know, again, I was super angry. I was super like resentful, and I just like, I had so much hate inside and I was mad at the world. And then coaching just kind of helped me do that 180 and brought a lot of like love and light back into me, and that I can now put forth into other people. And we do that by working on ourselves. Like personal development is huge. And I've never been a person that has sought help or like self-help before. Coaching. And then now that I do, it's like a non-negotiable every day. That's part of what we do to help us like feel really good about ourselves, and then to bring those ideas and you know, that information out to other people to help them find that within themselves as well. So yeah. And on the other end, like we also invite people to this business, just like we've, you know, had this invited you guys, somebody invited you here to come join us in like sharing in our community and just learning a little bit more about the business and like what it can possibly bring to your lives, you know, and we help train you to do that. Like most of us like have never thought of network marketing as a business opportunity. I mean, I never did. That's why I was like, no, Lolly, like no way I am going to do this 9 to 5, which would end up being 12-hour days, which I would hate. And now it's like, I get to work, you know, I'm the creator of my life. So anyways, that is my story. That is all I'm going to say because I just chatted forever. But yeah, we're all going to kind of just share a few, you know, minutes about what brought us here, who we are, like all the different types of coaches that we have on our team, because there really is no cookie cutter coach. And, you know, you're going to hear from other people about, you know, who they are and what they do and how they got here. So Hopefully, and if you guys have any questions, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, like jot them down, or, just ask at the end, or even interrupt. Like, we're here to chat. We're not here to like blah, blah, like, I know I just chatted forever and I get really fast talking. Nervous. I'm always nervous coming onto these things as well. So, yeah, just interrupt or write your questions down. We'll have a little open-ended convo at the end. So, yeah, I'm going to pass the floor over to Maya. Ding, ding, by the way.
How am I going to follow up after Mercedes?
Oh, wow. Thanks.
I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend. My name is Maya, and I have been a wellness coach since June 2020. So I don't know what that is. I barely know what day it is. But I'm a full-time university student. So already I'm a very busy person. And I got into coaching because mostly the pandemic really like put a damper in my plans to be like healthy and just like kind of take control of my life. I've always struggled with anxiety, and I mean, I've been growing up, I had one sickness or another. Like, I've never been like this picture of health, like, ever. So just thrown into the pandemic was like the worst. I was stuck at home and I didn't have any space myself. I was doing awful in all of my classes because I was so stressed out and I didn't have a minute to myself. And then Mercedes was like, hey girl, like, do you want to jump in on like our next program? And I was like, are you crazy? Like, I have so much going on, really? And she was like, it's like, on your own time, like, this is for you. If you like want to, jump into health, which I do. I mean, I'm in school to be a naturopathic doctor. I have a health and wellness blog, a podcast. Like, health is me, even though I've never been healthy. But I asked myself, like, in this pandemic, what am I struggling with? And I have hair everywhere. What I was struggling with the most was just like, I just wasn't my normal, positive, bubbly self. And like, I'm sure you can see right now, like, I'm a very bubbly, positive person. And I just like hated that I wasn't. And I was just negative and like just blah all the time. And so I finally was like, Mercedes, like, I don't care, sign me up, let's go. I'm excited. I need to like be my normal bubbly self. And what I really found, like, just jumping into focusing on myself, I started like a fitness program, and I jumped into coaching because like I like to share and I like to talk, as you can see. And I mean, like, I just all of a sudden, like, I was able to connect with this community, and I felt this like positivity coming back. And it was really great because I had been struggling with like trying to keep a light and love, and in this time of awfulness, trying to be that like person who kept everybody together. But the community just like really just gave me that somewhere that I could go to share my like positive self and thrive. And being at home, I mean, I had to move back home because of the pandemic, and I didn't have my own room. I didn't have my own room. I was sleeping in my mom's bed for 2.5 months after living in my own apartment. It was just like not a second to myself. So it was really cool to have this like escape where I could work on myself and, become this like light and then share it with other people. I mean, like, it's just like that feeling like you're helping somebody else. It just is really cool.
That's enough, Maya.
Sorry?
I don't know. I think someone might have chatted.
Oh. And yeah, so I mean, in the summer I took courses and I wasn't a full load. But now I have a full load. I'm taking 5 courses. I have this going on, that going on. And I still make time to coach because, it's awesome. We can work in our own pockets of time, which I think is amazing because like, I don't have time for a 9-to-5 like job, or even the part-time job, like working nights or whatever. Girl needs 8 hours of sleep over here for school. So I can get so much done in like 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, just like working on myself and making sure that I am the most productive that I can be helps with my school and kind of everything that I do. So I'm talking too long. Okay, that is me.
Oh, awesome.
Do I just pass it to anybody?
How about Rihanna? Just pull them out.
Hi, great
Yeah.
job, Maya. Yeah, I'm so picking up those vibes that you're laying down, and I really appreciate it because I've had so little sleep this week, and that's what I'm trying to get back to when I can catch up on my sleep is, yeah, that feeling of love and light and sharing it with the world. It's totally what this is all about, this coaching journey, and it's totally why I started this journey. And it's just so nice to be reminded because right now with my sleep deprivation, I'm not feeling it, but that's okay because I know I'll get back there. So anyhow, hi, I'm Rihanna, everyone. I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom to a teething 18-month-old. And it's those molars, man, the poor little kid is suffering big time. And so is mommy. Anyhow, yeah, so full-time stay-at-home mom, it's amazing. It's it's the craziest adventure I've ever been on. And I've been on a few. But yeah, good times. I'm a military wife, a proud military wife to an Air Force officer. And we are anticipating a move back to the West Coast this summer, which is amazing. Yeah, super, super exciting. I've worked in the service industry and the coffee industry for the last 15 years. I really never was happy in school. I always struggled. I was just really just miserable in school, never really enjoyed it. So I did try college a few years, and finally I just was so depressed and so miserable that I quit, and my parents were livid, and I just started doing my own thing. I paid off all my student debt and started just feeling better and figuring out who I was, and I never really looked back. And yeah, I love the service industry. It's just a really social, and you know, you just get to chat with people all day and kind of design your own life. Like, it's flexible hours. I can travel a lot, which is my number one passion, is to travel. I can't wait to share that with my little guy Benji when we're allowed to fly on airplanes again. So that's kind of me in the last 15 years. And so I had Benji, and then I started working out again last spring with Beachbody, and it was mind-blowing how my results. I did an 8-week program, and much like what Maya said, I was just so energized and feeling amazing after that 8 weeks, which is pretty cool because I had, like, Benjamin was 9 months old at that time. So I just never thought I would be feeling that way as a new mom. And it totally inspired me to just jump into coaching. I was never a gym person, and I always lacked motivation unless it was out playing sports, because that's fun and it doesn't really feel like work. So yeah, when Beachbody came along, I said, okay, I should try it because I know that exercise is really good for you for so many different reasons. I know I needed something in my life. And then, yeah, it definitely coincided with lockdown too. It was like, I need to get serious about implementing a routine. Otherwise, I would totally be, 20 pounds up and completely gone through the entire Netflix catalog by the end of lockdown if I didn't prioritize my health, right? So I totally jumped in, and I blew my husband away by my commitments. And the craziest thing, and I still feel this way, is that I look forward to my workouts now. Like, I'm actually addicted to something that's healthy for me for once, which is awesome. So yeah, the energy that I get from my workouts is just something that drives me every day. Like, I need it, especially living the mom life. I just need it so much. So yeah, of course, I had so many reservations about jumping into coaching. Like, there was a tidal wave of fear that was, my ego just chirping off, like, what's everybody going to think of you? How are you ever going to have time for this? you know, a million things. Mostly what's everyone going to think? Because, you know, all you hear about network marketing is pyramid schemes and sell, and all of those things. But my experience with Beachbody is not like that at all. And so, yeah, I felt that fear and I just went for it because obviously my coach, Mercedes, was killing it. She still is killing it. And I wanted to be feeling like she felt, you know, and helping other people feel that way. So I just kind of blocked out all my fear and I went for it and haven't looked back. It's just been it's been a wild ride. There's a ton to learn. There's so much support. So you're just learning a lot every day and you just keep going. And it's not always easy, but there's always support. There's tons of training and it's wonderful. It's just an amazing community. And it ends up being that there's too many good reasons to keep on doing this, so that all of the struggles, they just don't measure up. The struggles don't matter. So that's my experience so far with the coaching journey, and I'll wrap it up. Whoever is next.
I love that. Oh my gosh, there is too many good reasons for real. Like once you start, you're kind of like, and I went on like a roller coaster when I first started, and then finally this year with the pandemic, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I need, and this is what I need to focus on. So, and now we're gonna hear from Jolie, and Jolie is like gonna rock it. She's been coaching for like a month. So here we go. Tell us about you.
Hi guys. Can you hear me, or is the volume a little bit? Okay. Good morning, everyone. And just listening to you all, like, it's funny how you like almost everything you guys said, Rihanna, like, yeah, it's just, I feel the same way. There's so many, I felt like putting myself out there on Facebook. I actually usually wouldn't do that. I kind of I would post pictures of what we do in our daily lives, but I would never like ask for engagement through my post or, you know, like things like that. Yeah, you think that you're becoming salesy, but once you're like doing it, it's just like like it just blows your mind how good you feel and why wouldn't you share something like this with people? Like, I also feel like we come from our own stories. So, you know, with my story, I definitely was one of those people that thought there was no way I could fit this into my life. I'm a mom of one and a wife, and then I work full time at the First Nations Health in Vancouver. So I was just like, no way. Like, I'm already busy. I'm online all the time. It feels like I work from a laptop. Like I had all the excuses. But it eventually became like, you will make it work if it's important for you. Like, if it's important to you, you will find the time. Same thing as you guys. Mercedes asked me a bunch of times. I was just honest. I'm like, I am busy. Like, I already can't be on, like, there's no way. And I was going to the gym already. So I was starting at I started working out because my wedding was coming up. So I was like, okay, I got to do something. I joined the Steve Nash gym and I was going to their classes. So that was where Beachbody worked for me too. I need structure. I need someone to tell me what to do. I don't, like, when I'd go to the gym, I'd go on the cross trainer or something for like a half an hour and thought I was good. Never lifted weights before. So that was a game changer. Like, that was where I saw muscles coming through. And I was like I've never had a tricep. Like, I've never been able to see anything. So those mini changes that you start to see definitely keep you motivated. But so I joined Beachbody in January and I was like, okay, I'm going to get up at 5, do the Beachbody workout, go to work, do the gym because the gym wasn't that consistent, but it would anyway. So I did the both. And then COVID happened. So everything sort of just fell into place after that. It was like, now I can still work out. I wasn't at the gym anymore and just committed to the programs fully. And I think because they're a program versus like the classes at the gym, they're more focused on certain muscle groups and like, so you're following an actual like program versus like the gym classes were just random. So that was a big thing too. But yeah, I don't know. I just, you make the time, I think so in the mornings, I just kind of, do the coaching thing, do so I'm an administrative assistant too. So my job is to make someone else's life easier. So I'm like, I have to be available. So in the mornings, I just make it work. I think you just do it. You want to do it. And yeah, I look forward to my workouts too. So I think that helps me mentally and prepares me. And some days I'm tired, but once I get that workout in, I feel amazing. And then I'm ready again to like take on the day. So yeah, once coaching happened, I just started sharing how I felt about it and just put myself out there, I guess. But yeah.
That's awesome. And yeah, I know like Jolie went back and forth so many times, like, I don't think I can do this. And then all of a sudden she'd be like doing things and it would be like, oh, I signed somebody up. And it's like, what? I thought you said you didn't think you could do this. And so it's like,
actually that was funny too, Mercedes, how you said like how Lolly said to you, like, you're already doing it.
yeah.
and then I was like, yeah, I am already doing it. Like I'm working out. I was sharing, how you feel. And that's amazing.
Yeah, she would like, so Jolie started in the beginning of this year, just started with the programs and was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to do them. And then she was like, oh, these are like, this is amazing. I'm like, so she shared it with a few people and then she's like, oh no, they won't join. And then they like later on, she's like, I think I'm going to try this coaching thing. And she's like, I don't think I can do it. Like she went back and forth so many times, but in the meantime, she was already doing all the things. So it was like, you might as well start doing it a little bit more. And she's really busy, like she said, so she adds the little bits into her day, like little pockets of time. I know like 10 minutes she'll be chatting and she's like, I gotta go work, and then she's back like, I gotta go work. So she just kind of makes it work, like she was saying. So it's pretty awesome. It's awesome to see you grow. Okay, so and now I've got Caitlin who's going to chat a little bit.
Yeah, let me just unmute myself.
Hey.
Jolie, you're awesome. Every time I see you show up on Facebook or whatever, I'm just like, this lady though, this is amazing. I have a bit of a different story. COVID sort of tore down everything for me. And that was fine, but then I was rebuilding and, well, it wasn't fine, but I was rebuilding, and Beachbody was a big step up in that I had sort of been on my own rebuilding, like actually on my own, had family and friends around me, but my time was 99% by myself figuring things out. And so Beachbody, like as Jolie was saying, the structure of it was a game changer. And I loved the community. And so I was in there and I was posting things and I was excited about it. But then when I was asked, do you want to be a coach? The thing for me is that I've actually been part of network marketing before. I've sold for 2 other companies. I loved their products. But then I couldn't transfer that appreciation for a product into a business. And so the idea of doing that, learning how to do that, was deeply intimidating. And in addition to that, deciding, okay, I'll be a coach, and also my whole family and friends know for a fact that I have been spouting loudly, I don't work out, I don't need to work out. I go, I'll go and snowboard, or I'll go and paddleboard, or I'll go and do something active, or I'll do nothing at all. And that's fine, that's fine. And so with these 2 things in front of me, I was like, how do I even get started? And what was amazing to me, especially having had other experiences with other companies that work in similar ways, is how different actually Beachbody is. So the support that I was given from the women on this call, from the actual office itself, like the amount of content and answers and support on the phone, or when I have a question that I can actually find my answers, that within about 2 weeks, I honestly knew what was, not only needed, but had the habits and had the process and could actually be doing something in my own space for my own reasons, that was empowering, surrounded by other people who felt and were excited the same way. It sort of just picked up speed. And it has this momentum. And so on those days like we have, where I, for some reason, lose that momentum or feel like I'm a little lost, there's still all that support. And I think that's unique. I don't know that we have that in most workplaces in the world. And I know that we don't have that in all, things. And then adding to that, the fact that it's been life-changing for my body is just like, it's just a win. It's just a super win. Yeah.
I love it. That's so awesome. Thank you for sharing. Okay, one last share is Amanda. She's going to share with us a little bit. She's at hockey, so she said she can't really find us a quiet place, but so you can do this job anywhere.
Hi, guys. I'm going to try to be quick. I apologize for the background noise. I'm actually standing outside of a Tim Hortons beside my son's arena to try to get Wi-Fi. So see, you can fit it in anywhere. My story is a little bit different also. And so a little bit of background. I have always been active. I played every sport growing up. Always had a gym membership. I've had a Beachbody membership for a long time, but I always went in pockets. So I'd work out for a while and then I wouldn't, and then I'd work out for a while and then I wouldn't. And it wasn't until September 2019, and I was diagnosed with cancer. That was a game changer for me. I lost my mom to cancer 6 years ago, and I refuse to let my children go through what I went through. So as soon as I got diagnosed, my family fell apart. I was the one that held us all together, and I know I needed an outlet for myself. I mean, I had amazing friends and family and all that stuff, but I needed an outlet for me. So I started focusing on my fitness and my nutrition. And I went into my first surgery very strong. I had no doubt that I was going to kick cancer's ass and that I'd be back in no time. So that happened. I came back. I took my 8 weeks of recovery time and I got right back at it. Starting over sucked, but I did it. And I got really back on track. So right before my 40th birthday last February, or this past February, I got told that my cancer was much more aggressive than they had initially thought, and that I had to go for a second surgery, and that was coming in 6 weeks. I went away for my 40th birthday with a few of my closest friends and took that week to decompress and bring on what was coming at me again, and went in to my second surgery even stronger than my first. I owe it all to Beachbody. They changed it. It's changed my life. The supplements, the shakes, the workouts, all of it changed my life. And went for my second surgery. I got out of that. My surgeon has been absolutely amazed by my recovery time, how well I've healed, all that sort of stuff. I completely 100% believe it's because I went in so strong. And then I got told that surgery wasn't enough and I had to go for radiation. So that one knocked me down a little bit, but I went in again to my radiation, super strong. Came out of radiation, not so strong. It took me a bit to get myself back on track. And so my radiation was in July, and I didn't start working out again until probably 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago, maybe. And here I am. I'm a busy mom. I have 2 kids. I'm a bonus mom, crazy schedules. My kids both are in competitive sports. My son plays AAA hockey. My daughter's a competitive dancer. I am an RMT by trade. I haven't worked since March because of my surgery and then COVID. I'm not medically cleared to go back to work. So I needed something. I needed something financially for my family. I needed something for myself. I felt like I was drowning. And that is kind of where coaching came in. I was talking to Maya, and she had said, you're already doing what a coach does. You're posting, your workouts on social media, you're talking about, you know, your daily shakes, you're doing that, you're doing all the things that coaching does. Why not try? And I was like, I don't know. I don't sell. I'm not a salesperson. I don't. She's like, you're already doing it. All you got to do is talk about it. So I bit the bullet and I signed up as a coach. Originally, I signed up for the discount. And I was like, okay, I'll do this. I want the discount. I'm already taking their products. I love them. So I'm just going to do this. And then when I got told that I wasn't allowed to go back to work and it didn't look like I was going back anytime soon, I kind of just jumped in, and creating balance has been hard. I also own a small vinyl design business from home. So I'm working 2 jobs, have 2 kids, competitive sports. Balance is sometimes difficult. I'm still really working on that. But it's absolutely 100% doable. Outside of a Tim Hortons, try and steal Wi-Fi while my son's playing hockey. And that is my story. And I'm so thankful for what it has given me in my life, for the support of all of you guys. You guys inspire me every day. And I'm here.
That is so amazing. Seriously, I'm like crying. Eleanor came and interrupted my teary eyes. Amanda, what a story. So incredible. Like that just goes to show like how, you know, we have so many different people on our team. And like I was saying, you know, we all have such different experiences and we all have such different things to bring to each other, not even because of Beachbody, but just as a community of women that get to spend time together and get to chat and get to know each other. And, you know, like Lolly is my coach, and I mean, she's not here anymore, but I mean, we met because our boys are the same age, and we met through our midwifery, and we were just kind of like acquaintance friends, you know what I mean? And then now we talk to each other every day, and we're like legit besties because we share so much with each other, that like through coaching and through life. And, you know, I'm getting to know all these different people that I would not know. Like I wouldn't maybe necessarily become friends with so many people because I'm not that person. Like I don't make friends at parties. I don't go, like I have the same best friends I've had since I was 15, you know, like I don't branch out. So I'm so grateful for this community and to hear, you know, all these different people's stories and to become part of different people's lives. So we're going a little bit long, I know, but I wanted to talk a little bit about money and how to get started, like how we earn an income too. I know that's really important, obviously, for people. Like it's great to chat about the community and all the things that it has brought into our lives, but we are really, you know, the reason why I'm here is of course the community and all the things, but I also want to earn an income. I can't just keep, you know, staying at home and not contributing to my family financially. And that is a big part of my story, is that originally I wanted to do this for my kids. Like that's my why. But really my why is actually to become financially independent. Like I am, you know, like I said, a stay-at-home mom. I've always had a career. I've always had my own income, but for the last couple of years, I haven't. So, you know, we earn an income in different ways. We earn retail income. So we make commissions on, you know, say if I have somebody join up with a challenge pack who's just a customer, I earn a commission on that. But if we start to grow our team, and I'm just going to go over this really quickly because it's very obviously involved, but sorry, somebody came to distract me. But another way that we earn is by growing our team, and that creates volume. And it's really amazing. Like right now we're working together as a team towards a goal, towards, you know, everybody advancing their business by helping more people. And when we all work together, it's not like I'm here and all my team is here. It is like that, if you want to look at it that way, but we're actually all on the same playing field. And if we're all building our businesses together, we're actually all cycling together and we're all earning more volume together, which in turn calculates to more income. So as you're growing your team and you have more people coming in, we all work together. And that's why it's not a pyramid. We're actually all like this, and we're all cycling together to earn. What have you got in there? Can you come back in 1 minute? Okay, come back in 1 minute. they want to go to the toy store. I told them we could go to the toy store later because it was just Everett's birthday and he got some money. So it's burning a hole in his pocket or his new wallet. But anyways, yeah. So, you know, there's the income side of thing, or there's the, you know, the way that we earn through retail commission, through volume. And Beachbody is so amazing. Like we get different, like if you know, there's certain different bonuses you can get, like all of a sudden $100 extra will be in my account. And I'm like, what? And it's like, oh, just for doing what I'm doing. You know, we get free stuff all the time. Like I just got a free sweatshirt coming in the mail. Like my computer's propped up on some puzzles that I won. There, we also have trips. And so I also love to travel, like Rihanna and lots of other people. We travel, but right now we're not doing that. And unfortunately, but there is an opportunity to earn, like just by being here. I actually have almost paid for our trip, which we're supposed to be going on in March. So just by showing up and doing what I'm already doing, this money is accumulating. So there's the opportunity to travel. There's the opportunity to, you know, go on these different trips that I, you know, never really thought about and wasn't really going for until I was like, holy crap, I can actually earn a trip. Like I can actually pay for this trip to take my husband on rather than the other way around. So that's another way that we earn, is just by like those different types of things, which again, like if you think of that, that's huge. It's a huge bonus. So yeah, I mean, I could go on and on and on about how that part works, but I won't because it's very involved. But there are lots of different ways that, you know, that we can bring that, you know, income into our lives. And then how to get started, it's simply by starting with like a challenge pack or with a starter pack. And that when you start that way, your coach fee is actually waived, which is awesome because you don't have to, you don't, I think it's $60. So that gets waived in there. And right now we've got a wicked promo going on. It's like $162 and you basically sign up, you get a year worth of our Beachbody On Demand, which everybody has just talked about has changed their lives, myself included. It's so easy to do from home. Like you can do it from the gym. I mean, I've worked out in so many gyms, but again, gyms are kind of like open, close, like who knows these days. So all I ever did was pop some headphones in and did my workout by following along with a video. Did people maybe look at me funny? I don't know. I don't really care. Like that's the thing that comes down to. It's like you're there to work on you, and you have to just kind of let go of what everybody else thinks about you. So but yeah, the starter pack also comes with some of the supplements, like Amanda was talking about, the shake that, you know, and I had mentioned it as well, like has literally changed my life. It's like the easiest nutrient dense breakfast on the go. Like as a busy mom, I'm constantly drinking my shake in the car. Like you get 30 days of that shake to try it. And that's included in the pack. And again, your fee is waived. So like I don't know, it's, you know, it's a pretty wicked investment in your health and in your life. And you get 30 days to try it also. So if you don't love any of this, and if you hate our community, you can get your money back, which I don't think you will, but you never know. I literally sent my first bag of shakes back, like full disclosure. I was using another brand of shake and I told Lolly that I liked it more. And then once I switched back, I was like, what was I thinking? Like that, this one was like basically fluff. It was just carbs and sugar, and it was a meal replacement. And our shake is different in that it's more like a handful of vitamins and you add things to it to make it a meal. And I was like, I'm crazy to not continue with this shake because it made me feel so good. So I clearly am just chatting way too much, but yeah. So that all being said, like just talk to whoever invited you here, and you know, we can share the options with you. So okay, I'm going to stop talking. Does anybody have any questions? We've gone way over time that I thought we would, but I feel like it was such a good conversation to have, and just to kind of share our stories and all the different pieces of who our team is. So, or are. Anybody have any questions? Feel free to unmute yourself, or just like, let's just talk about something other than this crazy pandemic. What's everybody doing today? Clearly, I'm going to the toy shop. At some point.
Can I just add one little thing?
Yeah.
It's pandemic related, gently, but
that's okay.
I promise. I think one of the cool things about all this is that like a whole ton of the parts of my life are now happily settled in my home.
Nice.
So when you were asking like, what does the day look like I woke up at my mother and father-in-law's house this morning, first thing, to be able to get home to, get my work on and like do my meditation and stuff. And I was literally driving away from the dawn and I beat it home. But like being here, knowing like my gym is here, my work is here, my studying is here, that felt really claustrophobic, way back in January, March. But now, I mean, our small condo has opened up into really like a whole community. So thank you guys, because you're the community. Thank you. But also like, it's just kind of a really neat thing. I just wanted to put it out there. We're lucky people to have that in there.
Awesome. I love it. Anyone have any questions? Anything to share? Eleanor, do you have anything to share, Ellie? No? Okay.
I'll share something super quick. I know we're over time.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say like two days ago, I was able to meet Rihanna in person, which was so cool. We went to coffee together, and the same thing, like Mercedes and I met in person when I was visiting Vancouver a few months ago. And like the reason I met Rihanna was because I met Mercedes, which is because of social media, because of wellness coaching. So it's like I would have never met these people, but like they've really impacted my life in like crazy ways in like 3 months. And so it's just like, it's super cool how like we met for the first time ever, but it felt like we had known each other for years. So like that is the coolest thing.
Absolutely. So great to see you in person. It's so nice to get out and meet people in person during a pandemic.
Yeah.
Properly distanced. So yeah, it is pretty cool how it's really a small world.
Yeah, totally. Jillian's asking if we get a lot of people that we don't know signing up. Absolutely. I mean, the handful of people that are here, like I didn't know Maya. We met on Instagram. Jolie and I are actually like family. Rihanna and I are best friends from high school. Well, we've known each other pretty much our whole lives. It feels like we were arch rivals when we were young. Competitive sports, but no, for real, like in our like fitness community and other coaches that I have on my team that aren't here right now, absolutely. Like Amber and I we met on Instagram, I think. Yeah, we met on Instagram. I was following her, and my story with her is like, oh my gosh, look at this chick. She's beautiful. She's fit. She's skinny. Like she doesn't need me. And now look at her. Here she is. She's badass. But yeah, absolutely. It's just a matter of making those connections and finding those people that, like Jillian and I didn't know each other. She's here. She's not a coach or anything, but she's part of our fitness community. And we met because another friend, like it's just a mutual relationship. So yeah, lots of people. And yeah, Caitlin's saying that somebody that she met 7 years ago in a snowboarding group, and they hadn't spoken since, and they just reconnected. So there's all these like reconnections, and it's crazy to like how, they say that like 5 degrees of separation or whatever. When you start talking to people, you're like, wow, we have that in common, or I didn't know that about you, or whatever, or that person. I get that asked all the time, like, oh, how do you know so-and-so? And I'm like, actually, I don't. I just know them on the internet. We're just internet besties. So yeah, great question, because in our training, like we talk a lot about how to connect with other people and how to find our people, right? Because there's one common denominator between all of us, but all of us are so different. That makes sense. So yeah. Anybody else have anything to say? Amber, you're quiet today. What's going on with you? How are your doggies?
They're begging for me to take them out.
Oh, look at Amber's baby. Oh, babies. Sleeping right beside you. So cute.
No, everything's beautiful. Thank you for the invite.
Oh.
And yeah, this community is just A1. It's a real light.
Awesome. Yay. Well, I can't believe it's been almost an hour. Sorry, guys. I thought we'd be like way faster, but it is really a lot of fun to just talk and connect. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We're all here, and it's not, it doesn't have to be Beachbody related. Like that's what I mean. We're all here as women in this community together and trying to stay strong through this pandemic. So yeah, reach out if anybody has any questions. Photo, Maya wants to take a photo. Oh, Jolie's got dog butt. Maya's gonna take the photo. I'm not.
Here, get out of here.
Oh, Ellie, you want to get in the photo? Oh,
Come, Ellie, come to the photo.
Ellie, get in the photo. Oh.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. Like, we really, really appreciate you taking the time. It's just, like I said, lots of fun to have a coffee together.
Thanks, guys. It was nice to meet everybody.
Yeah. Awesome. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.
Thanks. Have a great day.